Alright, I reckon in today's video there might be something for almost everybody in this video. There's a giveaway, there's a prize, and it's a good prize too. And so I'll let you know at the end of the video what the prize is and how you can win it. And if you think you're going to skip straight to the end, the algorithm and all that will know and you just won't win. So you're just going to have to watch the whole video, but it's worth your while. Two, I'm going to do one of my experiments. Most people think I'm slightly mad, but they're kind of fun and kind of interesting. And today's experiment, I'm going to be taking my KTM Exonic out, and it's got the Michelin Race line tyres on them, the E Race line tyres, and on my older KTM, very similar bikes, it's got the competition line E tyres on there, and they're supposed to roll faster, so we're going to do some experiments and put that to the test. And I'm going to get my friend Brooke, who's been on the channel before, to help me. So there might be a bit of competitive rivalry there going on as well, which can always be fun. And if that's not enough, we're going to be out at Woodhill, and I'm going to do a few tracks that you may not really have thought about, or if you have thought about them, you may not have thought about doing them the way we did them. And that might be a little bit of fun. So anyway, we'll take both bikes out there. I'll meet Brooke out there, and I'll meet you out there as well. Okay, first experiment, going to do Trash Panda. Going to do a run on each bike, and two things. One, we'll see how fast it is on each bike, but also how far we can roll to the end. So once we pedal in there away, we'll both stop at the same point and see how far we go. So kind of a fun little thing. You guys could try it when you come out here. But anyway, we'll do that one first. All right, let's see how this goes. So we can pedal up to this point, and then it's all coasting from then on. And I've left a gap for Brooke because I've got no idea what's going to happen. Now the tricky part is it has rained a lot. It's just how slippery these berms are and how much I want to trust them. All okay. Whee. Okay, could have been faster. We did it last week in the bone dry and I felt more confident. A few puddles. Oh, I'm definitely slower than last week. I was still flying along here. Brooke surely couldn't have got all the way up there. All right. Okay, we'll make a mark. That's how far I got. Alright, we're off to the no pedal challenge to test out Lance's tyre theory. Oh, I had to brake. I've screwed it. Okay, Trash Panda take 2. It's actually my second run down on the competition line. Okay, no pedaling from there. Brooke said he messed it up, so we're going to do it again. Definitely way slower than last week though. Whoa, got that a bit wrong. That's the problem trying to compare two tyres. It's doing 2 identical lines. Okay, can I beat the mark of last time? Well, look at that. Yes, I can. There's my mark and there's the mark last time. So, yeah, difference. Let's see what happens with Brooke. Here comes Brooke. All right, make a mark. That's me. All right, tyre test after a complete muck up on my first run. We get to do it again. Riding Lance's new KTM, which is a lovely bike, but very different to mine. The worst thing is I'm running out of juice and Lance is miles ahead, so I'm obviously riding terribly. Oh, uphill, this is gonna kill. This is gonna kill. I think we're screwed. Alright. Alright, run 2 on the Exonic with the Raceline tyres. I'm not sure, I think it might be slower. Whether I get more grip in the corners. Okay. Oh, we're definitely having to work it. We're not going to get as far, I don't think. Can we beat Brooke's mark? Oh. Okay, we stopped. Better get out of the way. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, Brooke, so this was your first attempt. Yeah. Here. Yeah. This was your second attempt up here. Yeah.
This was my first attempt on the other bike.
This one?
That one there. And that's my attempt on this one. So there's quite a big difference. Well, small difference, but there's a significant difference. All right, so we're on to experiment number 2. Let me show you this one. This one's drop zone. Me and Brooke were just having a little debate over whether we do the skinny flat out, which we have done, but given that Brooke's not on his own bike, he wants to play it safe. So what we'll do is we'll pedal up here, and then as we drop in there, no pedaling from then on. All right, so Brooke can pedal across this bit until he gets to the, he doesn't, not a big skinny fan, and then from there he goes.
Well, that's a tough start. Gonna have to come more hotter off that first drop next time. This should help though. Now we get speed. On the orange KTM again. I think we've got the Michelin tyres on this, but I'd hate to be wrong. Whatever they are, to be fair, they do roll pretty good. And we're up the hill here, onto the road, which is uphill. I'd have to say they roll pretty well, these things.
All right, let's give this a go. So roll across here and then down you go. Oh, I probably didn't do that very well. But anyway, pump, pump. These are really good exercises to say to practice your pumping skills. And then from here, it's kind of balls out, no braking. Jump. Quite a fun little track, getting good little exercise. Woohoo! Okay, touch the brake a little bit, and jump straight down there. That's fun. Good. See how far we get. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, crikey, Brooke, is that your line?
All 80 pounds of him.
That's as far as I can get. All right, there's my line.
Michelin E wilds all the way.
All right, let's swap bikes. Wow, that's quite a lot further up. All right, I know this wasn't a competition between you and me, but I kind of really want to beat your mark on the road.
I knew, mate. I knew. I did say at one point, this is not a competition, but as soon as Lance sees that I'm standing here, he's going for it.
I can't help myself, mate. I can't help myself. I really want to beat that line. Oh, some decent bottle yet. Here we go. All right, we're off. Oh, this is not good. Put a pedal stroke in. Whoa, I don't know how to do that fast. All right, got to beat Brooke's mark. Not a race, just got to beat his mark. Can we? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Come on, come on. Yes, you little beauty. Oh, happiest day of my life.
Come on, Lance, flash KTM. Get up there. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. I think we've got a clear winner.
Yeah, you're way back there. Yeah, you're way back there. Hey, Brooke, I'm not one to skite or anything. I don't want to show off. That's not my way. Fair competition. It's.
So brilliant.
So what do you think of the video so far? Not much, you're struggling a little bit. Just remember, there's a good prize at the end. Not giving any clues, but you just know, may have something to do with Michelin, you know, could do. Now, it's about this point that usually someone wants to start picking holes in my methodology of my experiment. And of course, I don't have two identical bikes, so we can't do that. However, these bikes are pretty close. I did another experiment looking at the race motor and did a timed run downhill and got almost identical times on both bikes. Now the tyres, I used my little Magic Shine Aero mini pump, pumped the rears up to 24 and the front to 20. Both have Cushcore in the back, not in the front. They're both 2.6 tyres, so it's pretty comparable, I think. What's the difference between the tyres? Well, the competition line for a 29er, they're about 260 grams lighter. They don't have the triple wall casing that the race line ones have, so these are a sort of heavy, burlier tyre. They have a different rubber compound as well. These ones are a much more tacky, sticky rubber, and also a bit of a different tread pattern, quite a more open tread pattern, but a bit of a higher tread pattern on these as well. Now these ones claim not only to be able to roll faster, but on the e-bike to be more efficient, so you get further for the battery. And I think that's could be an experiment, but that might be a bit of a difficult one to do. So we're probably not going to do that one. What about results? Do you want some results? As I say, it's not a competition. I just should stress that it's not a competition. But on Trash Panda, the first one, and that was an interesting one because you really had to work hard to keep the bike moving along the flat bottom bit. I did 2 runs because of Brooke's little mess up, and interestingly one was a 54 flat and one was a 54.2, so really, really close times, so I can usually do fairly consistent runs. On this bike, on the Exonic though, 56.3, so a couple of seconds slower, and Brooke did a 56.3 on this one and a 58.2, so again 2 seconds slower on this bike. And again, it's not a race at all, but I just would like to point out to Brooke that I beat him by 2 seconds on both bikes, but it's not a race. I need to stress that. Drop zone, similar. I did a 38.3 on this one and a 39.2, so again less than a second in it. And Brooke did a 40.2 and a 41.4, so again 1 second between the bikes. So I think it's safe to say that the competition line in both those runs did actually roll faster, and as I say, you could see at the end of each track they actually went slightly further. And again, it's not a race, it's not a competition at all, but I'd like to point out that Brooke beat him on both of those as well. Anyway, let's get back to the video, and you're getting closer to finding out what the prize is, aren't you?
Alright, so number 3, we're going to do Rust Bucket. We're actually in the same little corner of the park here. It's quite good because you can just session things and come straight back. So what we're going to do, we're going to pedal until we hit the first jump, and then cruise from there. And you guys can check. You're not going to cheat, are you, Brooke?
Never.
Never. No, you wouldn't cheat.
Lance is beating me.
We're not getting competitive now. We said it's not a competition, it's a test of tyres. Anyway, so you get the idea. Alright, looks like I'm first. Alright, well, I think we're starting to get a bit competitive here. Oh, it's funny, between the 2 bikes, you forget one changes gears with the old levers and one with the buttons. Okay, so, okay, from here, it's just pedaling only, rolling only. If I can remember the track correctly, Brooke says he doesn't know it, which is just his excuse for going slower. Although he's always quicker than me, I don't think I've ever beaten him in a race. Well, these are fun little bits of track, and as I say, you can just session them and go and do it again, which is exactly what we're going to do. And we might as well do the whole roll test. Oh, running out of momentum. I don't think we'll do the roll test. We'll just use a time because we'll go for a roll forever.
All right, on to the next track, Rusty Bucket. On the new KTM, which I've never ridden before. Oh, wasn't expecting that. All right. That's quite a cool trail. We need a brake for that corner though, even without pedaling. Oh yeah, this is perfect for a no pedal track. Lots of sweet corners. Nice little... Oh, now it's an uphill though. Gonna have to pump. Remember this for next time. Take the enduro line there. Barnes must have done something wrong. Stop!
I think if we do the how far we can roll, we'll be back at the car park. Okay, so we're going to do run 2 on that. Apparently Brooke had never seen that jump, so it was probably a little unfair on him. But anyway, we'll see what he's like on the other bike. Okay. All right, we're off. Woohoo! It's a fun track though. As I say, you can, if you guys are Whitehill locals, you can literally just come and session this. I didn't actually realise you could go straight back up the hill. Whoa, I'm not doing this one very well. Oh, I think I might have snuck a pedal stroke in then. Please don't tell anyone. I forgot. Guess I was going slow. It was only half a crank. It's had its day, I think. It's really had its day.
It's the patient man's camera.
Let's just lean forward again, make sure you're still... Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, we're all good. And I'm on.
You're on.
All the GoPros are on.
Oh, yep, you're on.
Oh, the joys of filmmaking.
Hopefully beat myself this time anyway. We'd be off. Yeah, so first time I've ridden this track on that first run. Now on the old orange machine, which I have to say feels a bit more normal to me. And making the jump's going to make a big difference. Oh, I braked there, shouldn't have done that. Wasn't quite sure of that corner, but we're rolling good now. Brake for that again. Right, I should have got more speed up through there.
Oh, Brooke's not far behind. Oh, he looks, he's going fast, I think. He's going fast.
Right, I think we could go all the way to the car park here.
Okay, so we did Rust Bucket, and right next to it is Here's a Tip. And again, we can go down this short section and come back here. So you can do 4 cool little tracks just from this one point. And this one's going to be a bit different though. You can pedal, it'll be a standing start, you can pedal wherever you want because there are a few uphill bits in it. But it's not a race, Brooke. All right, here's a tip. All right, so this one, it's a proper sort of race because we got to pedal a bit, but it is mostly downhill. Problem is, I've never mentioned it, but this cuts out at 32. Well, they both cut out at 32, so it's even in that respect. Although it's pretty hard to actually sneak in some pedal strokes. Whoa, where's the track go? Whoa, not that way. Does that mean I have to do that line next time? Right, that's actually quite a fun. I'm quite enjoying this little corner. We did this last week and we thought, oh, this would be a great place to test the tyres. Well, for rolling anyway. Maybe not for grip. Must be at the end soon. Oh, we'll call that the finish. Oh, maybe here somewhere. Oh, we're still going. We'll call this a finish. Oh, come on, bike, come on. Looks like Lance has skidded in there, so probably get away with the fact I braked. This feels like we're at the bottom and no sign of Lance. Oh, I don't think I'm going to make this. I may have just been beat. Look at that, right on the tree where the trail merges. Here's a tip, did they call it? Didn't make it up that hill. You didn't make it up the hill? No, I had to stop. Well, I didn't have to stop, the bike just stopped, but I wasn't pedaling it. Why didn't you, was the motor off? Did you pedal? Yeah. Oh, I didn't think we were allowed to pedal. Yeah, no, you could pedal. I said that one you could pedal in the whole thing. Ah, well, who's Mr. Stupid then? So should we do that again? No, I did. Shall we go back and rewind the tape and see whether you were listening? And this one's going to be a bit different though. You can pedal, it'll be a standing start, you can pedal wherever you want because there are a few uphill bits in it. But it's not a race, Brooke. Oh, at least Brooke was a good sport. He doesn't use Shimano SPDs, but he found a pair of cleats to put on an old pair of shoes just so we didn't have to swap pedals back and forward because that wouldn't have been much fun. All right, run number 2. Apparently you're allowed to pedals, which is an absolute bonus. I really need to get better at listening, don't I? Some of my friends talk a lot, so, you know, you take breaks every now and then. Well, mark that up, lucky we're allowed to pedal. All right, here we go. Starting to hit the downhill now. Up. So, oh, and I'm almost totally off the trail this time. Sorry, that's my fantastic eyesight. Let's get the line of the track this time. That's it. Oh.
We go back up.
So Brooke, is this kind of some sort of strategy, because you're fitter than me, that you just keep repeating them until I'm exhausted?
Yeah. Yeah, the best strategies are those ones you never thought of, right? It's working well.
All right, so the third time. So this is how it goes. You can ride, you can pedal the bottom, and you stay on the track to the bottom.
Yeah, I promise. I've listened, I've heard.
All right, we can get it this time. All right, here's a tip. Take 3. All we have to hope is that Brooke can make it to the bottom, follow some instructions, and all will be good. Saying that, I'll probably mess up now. I think it's Brooke's strategy. He's fitter than me. He's just trying to wear me down. Nice flowy bit. Really drifty. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're on. There was a lady on the track, but
oh, I know.
I don't know how slow she is. I don't want to do it again. Well, we got to do it one more time, but I'm getting a little over this track now.
Yeah, let's give her a minute, eh? Because she was going quite slowly.
She was going slow, yeah. I'd hate to catch her. Well, what we'll do on this one is if we catch her, that will become the end point of the track.
Okay.
And we'll just do it again to that, and that will be the end point of the track. So if we catch someone on the track, that'll be the end point. I'm not coming up and doing it again.
Fair enough.
Okay, take 4. I'm getting over this, but that's part of it. If you guys haven't hit the old like button or subscribed, sometimes it's not easy making videos.
All right, I must admit, I'm really kind of relieved to finally leave Here's a Tip. I thought we were going to be there forever, but we did finally get 2 completed runs on so both bikes, so we got there in the end. Now, there's always someone who wants to point out the absolute obvious, and that they'll go, well, there's more to a tyre than how fast it rolls, and I absolutely appreciate that. These tyres are grippier, they are got more protection from punches. So if I was saying this, I reckon would be a good Woodhill tyre, and if I was going to Queenstown, this would be my good Queenstown tyre. So it's very much horses for courses, I think. Now, you guys are probably getting into the results now, so how did we do? Well, Rust Bucket, I did almost identical times on both bikes, 34.3 and a 34.5. Brooke did a 35 and a 36.2, and again, it's not a race, but I think I might have pipped Brooke on that one. Here's a tip. Interestingly, again, I did almost identical times on both bikes, a 118.3 and a 118.4, so virtually the same time. Brooke on the orange bike, I think he really quite liked this one more. He did a 115.5, but less than a second, 116.3 on this one. And yeah, Brooke actually beat me on that one. And why did Brooke beat me? Well, he's actually an athlete. When it comes to racing, he's always going to beat me. He's muscular, powerful, and I'm just really good at letting off the brakes and rolling down a hill and using my weight. So when it actually came to pedaling hard, Brooke's going to beat me. So yeah, what can you do? Anyway, we did do a little bit more, so let's back to the video.
All right, so we're down to getting near the end now. We're going to do a long one. This is Handle the Jandle. We're going to pedal just to that sign there, and then we're going to see if we... It's quite hard to get all the way to the bottom without pedaling.
I liked how you said that sign there, which it wasn't looking at, but...
Anyway, they'll see the sign when you're riding. The most important bit is, do you understand, Brooke?
Yeah.
So we get to that little sign there, you can pedal like crazy and then just coast.
To be fair, I wasn't listening.
And we got Mare and Jared, who finally found us or lost us or found us again, so they'll join us. All right, let's give this a go. All right, we're coasting. We're coasting. This is actually quite a challenge. We really want to think about this. Now, have you ever thought about why Jackson Goldstone is so fast? He's not the biggest rider, certainly not the most powerful rider, and you can see that on certain tracks that don't suit him. Whoa, could be in trouble here. But the reason that Jackson Goldstone is so good is his ability to generate speed, catch downsides of places where you wouldn't have thought you could generate speed. That is why he's so good. He's just got the skills to keep generating speed all the way down the track where other people can't. Now, I'm not saying I'm as good as Jackson Goldstone. Whoa, that felt good. All right, so far so good. And the other thing is you tend to think not to brake, but it is important to brake, but brake at the right time. Oh yeah, she's getting a bit flat. Pump, pump, pump. Don't brake, don't brake, don't brake. I probably braked. Push. Lean. Oh, we're gonna make it. Actually, this one's probably not as hard. There's some that are trying to think that actually more challenging. I think one night's more challenging, and booty, whatever. But no, we're gonna do it. Bit of luck. Brooke understood the challenge and will be at the bottom as well.
All right, probably time to give the bikes a little bit of a clean. You made it to the end of the video. I guess you're excited to find out what you're going to win, or what you could win. But first of all, I guess you want the results, because everyone wants results. So we did handle the Jandle. We also did some laps of how good, but handle the Jandle. I did it in this one a 220 and this one in a 223. So again, this one does seem to genuinely roll a bit faster. And Brooke did a 224 and a 232. So again, he rolled quite a bit faster on this one. And yeah, I managed to get Brooke on that one. I think, to be honest, I'm a bit heavier than Brooke. And so when it comes to just rolling and momentum, I tend to beat him in that. When it actually involves pedaling and putting in some effort, he's always going to beat me. But Brooke's a good sport for helping me out with the video. And again, as I pointed out, it's not a competition. So the prize, what's the prize? Well, what about a Michelin cap? Would that be a good prize? You're thinking, wow, I watched that whole video for a Michelin cap. It's a nice cap, but still. What about I threw in a Michelin water bottle? Still not enough. What about a set of Michelin tyres of your choice? Okay, that's a pretty good prize, you got to admit. So a set of Michelin tyres of your choice, a hat and a Michelin water bottle. And now we've got to decide how we're going to pick a winner. I'm going to put one proviso in there. Sorry about this, but you've got to be living in New Zealand to win the prize. So at the end of your comment, just put NZ and I'll know that you're entering the competition and you're from New Zealand. Now, picking a winner is always hard. You can write whatever you want. Just best comment wins. Don't make them too long. And I'm a bit lazy when it comes to choosing winners and doing that thing. So my mum and dad, huge followers of the channel, great supporters. I haven't told them yet, but mum and dad, would you mind choosing a winner? I'd really appreciate that. Now, when you're writing your comment, you may want to keep that into account. My parents, as you would imagine, are actually older than me. They tend to use words. So if you're a Gen Z and you're just going to do a whole load of emojis and Gen Z talk, they won't understand that. And to be fair, I won't understand it either. So maybe try using words and maybe even throw in some of that old worldy punctuation and things like that. But anyway, do your best, put a comment in there. You've got a week. I'll put some terms and conditions in the thingy. And yeah, you could win a set of Michelin tyres, a hat and a water bottle. That's a pretty cool prize. And that'll be coming from Pedal Gear. So, and if you don't win the prize, you can go to Pedal Gear. You can buy your own tyres, your own motor muck. And there'll be a discount code, so you can get 15% off as well. And to say, if you want one of those little mini pumps from Magic Shine, there's a link in the description for there and a discount code for that. Also those glasses, oh man, I'm sounding really bad now, and I've become like the ultimate commercialized corporate. Anyway, you're getting a free set of tyres. What more do you want? Anyway, we'll see you on the next one.